Michelle and Pedro, good morning to you from Vatican City, where perhaps you can hear the bells tolling from St. Peter's Basilica. It has been a day of sunshine here, but also so much somberness. We know the first congregation of cardinals wrapped up about 90 minutes ago. 60 participated. This is a moment for many of them to meet for the first time, but more importantly, to go over some of the details this week. You mentioned Pope Francis's funeral time has now been set. We know that will take place on Saturday morning at 10 in the morning. Now let's show you some of that video overnight, because for the first time we got our glimpse of the body of Pope Francis as he is now lying in his open coffin. You can see the Swiss guard standing by. We know tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock local time here in Vatican City, Pope Francis's coffin will be moved from the chapel into St. Peter's Square and then through the central doors to St. Peter's Basilica. After prayers, the public will then for the first time be able to pay their respects to the late pontiff. Again, the cardinals meeting at the Vatican this morning, all to go over some of these details that we've been mentioning. We know Pope Francis completed a last will and testament that was dated back on June 29th, 2022. Pope Francis wrote at that point, "Feeling that the sunset of my earthly life is approaching." And then he detailed his wishes to be buried not here at St. Peter's Basilica, but the Basilica of St. Mary Major. It's about 3 miles away from the Vatican, one of the 4 major papal basilicas. I actually interviewed the Archbishop of New York, Timothy Cardinal Dolan, inside that very basilica a couple of years ago. And for so many people, this is about history. And this morning we caught up with a group of about 130 high school music students who had this pre-planned trip. They're from Massachusetts. They were coming here to Rome to play. But now this class trip has also transformed into a history lesson as well.
We have a lot of different religions on the trip, but we can all agree that the Pope was an amazing man, and it's definitely educational. It's something that I'll remember for the rest of my life, that we're here, the day after he passed away, or technically the day he passed away. So very sad.
I think it's definitely going to be different coming to Italy during this time with the Pope's death, but I'm hoping it won't change the trip too much in a bad way.
After the burial, the conclave will follow in the coming weeks. Still unclear exactly when that will happen, but we know 135 cardinals will be eligible to vote to select the 267th pontiff. Michelle and Pedro, will send it back to you.